Hey Virgo, this is Alicia with Twisted Tarot here to do your May 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. Thank you everyone for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, personal emails. Your emails for feedback on my readings are much appreciated. I love you guys so much. You have shown my channel so much love since I've begun, and I cannot thank you enough. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for sticking with me through through this ride. It's been a hectic ride. It's been awesome. It's been great. It's had good and bad, but that's life, right? So for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am an intuitive tarot reader. So if you see a traditional tarot card here when I read, and you see and I say something different than how you know the traditional tarot or other YouTube readers, keep in mind that I am intuitively picking up on messages for that card that may have nothing to do with the traditional tarot, or that I learned the tarot different than other readers. Just like everybody has their own take on certain cards about astrology and what cards are what, etc. It's the same here for me. If I forget to shout out a sign, I'm super sorry. I do get in my groove. I do get moving and grooving, and then sometimes I forget to shout out those signs, but I try not to get caught up in them too much, because it is just really about the messages. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your message, it could be someone else's message. If you're not getting messages on my channel, there's a couple things that you can do. First of all, for February and March, those months, the moon sign resonated more for my subscribers and myself. So we were in a very emotional time with that Pisces new moon or super moon, or I can't remember what it was, but I know it was a moon. I think it was a new moon, and we were in Pisces, and everybody's emotions were kind of all over the place. So if you didn't get messages, or your sun sign didn't resonate, please check your moon sign for February and March. For these readings for your sun sign for May, so far I haven't seen anything different, but if that comes up, I will let y'all know. So if something resonates better, a different planet, a different placement. So for sure. Let's see what else. The roles can completely reverse. They can flip-flop completely. So when I'm speaking, keep in mind that it could be your partner who's doing that, and not you. So take the messages that are yours, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit, because if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Okay. What else? There's pieces of you that can be scattered throughout the reading, you and your twin. So I highly recommend watching both videos, because that way you can get all the messages that Spirit has for you, even if you're not that sign. Cross watchers, that may not be relevant to you. I get that. So, but if you're so inclined, watch both, because I think that you can get a lot out of both of them. So let's see. So this video is your energy. The second video is your twin's energy. And I break them up into two because they get kind of long, and just so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to watch, especially for cross watchers. It makes it just a little bit easier. All right, so I'm going to clear out your energy, and then we're going to get into your reading. I chime my chime, so I don't know if you want to turn down your headphones if it's too loud, or take them out or whatnot, but it's just, I want everybody to breathe in and breathe out as I'm doing it, and release all expectations for the reading, and be open to whatever Spirit has to give us, because those are the most important messages for the collective. So they are going to pick and choose. I mean, I can't give you all messages for every Virgo, all messages for every Aries, all messages for every Aquarius, etc. Okay, so keep that in mind for this reading. If you would like a personal reading from me, if it does resonate or if it doesn't, and you just like the way I read or whatnot, the link is in the description box below. You can click there. It'll take you to Facebook, or copy and paste it. I don't know if it's a link you can click, but copy and paste it. It'll take you to Facebook. If you do not have Facebook, or do not want to use that medium to contact me, that's fine. You can email me at twistedtarot@gmail.com. That info is also in the box below. If you're not sure where your placements are for your chart to figure out whether this resonates, the second way to get messages is to check your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs. Those may resonate better. Again, like I said, for February and March, the moon sign was resonated better. Okay? All right. Well, let's get into it. had forgot I needed to spray my clearing spray and shuffle this deck for you guys. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, it's a terrible shuffle. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please be messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's my clarifying deck. And I clarify all of the tarot cards at the end of the reading, so keep that in mind as well. All of the traditional tarot cards. The rest are a mix of oracle decks. Okay, and some other decks. Okay. All right. Getting into your energy, I have to say that for those of you that I'm tapped into, I feel a great sadness. As I was shuffling your cards, I was trying not to cry. So I feel like there's something that has caused you sorrow. And the reason Spirit kind of gave me like a card out of nowhere. So I was shuffling these tea leaf cards and one flipped over. And this is what it said for you guys. Sorrow over a loss. There's a wreath here. Okay. So you guys may be experiencing some type of loss in your life. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a relationship that's gone south. But I feel like for some of you, I'm so sorry. I may not be fully awake, obviously. Sorry about that, guys. I do feel like because that emotion was so strong here that I feel heavy. My head feels heavy. I feel like my throat chakra is blocked. Like I'm very sad. So I'm so sorry if that's happened to you guys. And I'd like to see more and see what they have to say about that. But that was just, it flipped over as I was putting the cards away. And sometimes they do that because they really want to get those messages out to you. So that answered my question, why I was feeling such sorrow and grief as I was shuffling for you guys. So my heart is with you at this time, so I'm very sorry if that's something you're experiencing. These are astrological cards. Spirit helps me take 2, so this is the sign that you could be dealing with for your twin. If your twin sign does not come out of this deck, doesn't mean that this reading can't be for you. I still have tons of cards to turn over, lots of symbols and signs to see throughout the reading, and really try and, if you can, focus on the messages and not so much the astrological signs. That might work better for you. Now, if your sign does come out, I can't argue that that's, it may resonate way more for you. So that may be the case as well. So just, again, take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay. All right. Don't try to make it fit. All right. Okay. Let's see. Who's Virgo's twin? 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 Nothing so far. Sorry, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, Spirit. Just 2 cards. Who's Virgo's twin? Okay, more than 2. Tightly. Alright, who's Virgo's twin? Who's Virgo's twin? Who's Virgo's twin? The Pisces. Who's Virgo's twin? Just need one more card, Spirit, please. Who's Virgo's twin? I want to come out. Who's Virgo's twin? Making my hands hurt. Alright, who's Virgo's twin? Who's Virgo's twin? Just one last card, please, Spirit. One last card. Who's Virgo's twin? Who's Virgo's twin? Wow, I really don't want to speak today. Who's Virgo's twin? One last card, please, Spirit. One last card. Okay. Wow. Okay. Way too many. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to take it. It's like 4 cards. Okay, just one card, please. Who's Virgo's twin? Who's Virgo's twin? Oh my. Okay. All right. Last shuffle. 3. 1 card, Spirit, please. 2. 1. Scorpio. So Pisces or Scorpio. Okay. Alrighty. All right, mutual energy between you and your twin. We have, I knew it, 5 of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is sadness and loss. This is disappointment. This is maybe not seeing that, normally with this person upright like this, she kind of has these 2 cups behind her, so there's still a soulmate connection here. But this is like feeling like this overwhelming emotions of just sadness, of just devastation, of regret is what I'm feeling here. A lot of regret, a lot of sadness, a lot of a little bit of depression, a little bit of just feeling distraught, just feeling very... This is also kind of makes me feel like when it's upright, it's like fresh. But this may be not as fresh. It may just be kind of coming to the surface for some of you. It could be have been the past or the recent past. It could be currently that you're kind of trying to get over this loss, that you're trying to figure out what to do next. Look at, this is like, I felt it was the 5 of Cups. I just knew it as I was getting ready for the reading. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised with the sorrow and the sadness that this would come out. So this is like trying to figure out a way to kind of get over this. Okay. So, and this could be just utter devastation. It could be, I feel like a betrayal here, or I feel like there's just all these cups, all these emotions that are spilled everywhere. And this person, you and your twin are just like at a loss, just at a loss. It's very sad. Some of you like to drink red wine. You may be drinking and crying and trying to understand what happened, trying to get an idea of why this happened. Okay, and remember, I clarify all those cards at the tarot cards at the end. But a lot of emotions here, but that's not surprising. We have Pisces and Scorpio here. So definitely they're ruled by water. So emotions are high. I feel a lot of, again, sadness and depression from that card. Okay. First card for y'all, and we have dependability. Okay. So this is going with the safe option. If somebody's promising you something and it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. This is depending on yourself or someone you trust, like to talk to, maybe a counselor, maybe a friend, kind of that energy I'm feeling like. This is a new deck. I'm using it as the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. I'm also using Amira's Love Oracle for the reading. I said a little bit more. Let me just make sure I get it all. Do not be distracted by secondhand or ill-informed opinions. Choose dependability over grandiose promises. So, and stay focused and stick to your goals. So if somebody's promising you the world and it sounds too good to be true, or promising you uh, like something to do with finances, something to do with love, check it out twice. Get it in writing. Get it in a contract. Don't allow somebody's lip service to reel you in, because they want you to go with dependability over taking a risk at this time. The truth always has a way of revealing itself. You don't need to get involved. Turn to or be someone you can trust. Yeah, so the truth has a way of coming out. So you don't need to get involved. They're saying if you feel like I feel like somebody might be slandering you or talking about you behind your back. It could be your twin. It could be this connection. I feel like somebody's talking behind this person's back. And don't get involved. Don't try and defend yourself. The more that you do, the more that person can point you out as the crazy one, as the unstable one, as he or she is, horrible and this and that and whatever. Let them dig their own grave, okay? The truth is going to come out and make this person look really bad for the way that they're acting. And, letting our words, they define us. And so if we are just like, we just keep kind of, going on and going on and going on, it's almost like we make ourselves look bad, and the people around us just see that we're bitter and that we're resentful and that we have a lot of anger and unresolved emotions and issues and things like that and we just look bad because we're trying to tear someone else down. So it never makes us look good, and that person isn't going to come out on top anyway, so don't worry about that, you guys. All right, and we have a blonde female, so this could be you or someone around you. So very beautiful energy here. Let's see what they have to say about this blonde female. Maybe there's an age here. Again, this is the Amira's Love Oracle. Sometimes they give little gems in this book. They're very succinct definitions, but again, you guys know how I read. If it's a new deck, I'm going to kind of go through it until I, kind of know it a little bit with you, just with you guys, okay? So someone who's blonde, red-haired, or fair female of any age. This woman is significant in your reading, or this is you. Absolutely. Okay, so this could be your energy, or this could be your twin's energy, or this could be someone that is around you, okay? And of any age, doesn't matter. Okay. This person or you're going in a new direction. Okay, so you're taking, this could have been, again, why this, it looks like this person is crying and seeing that she's looking out, or was looking out. There's like a palace here. So she's looking out in the distance to a new path. So she could just turn around and see there's 2 cups behind her. That could be, a soulmate connection. That's anything to do with the cups. Even the 1 cup back there is an Ace of Cups, because it'd be 1 cup. And that is self-love. So it's almost like she has to take her cups, or she has to take her losses, see her losses, and it is crying over spilled milk, but this is not just spilled milk. This is love. This is promises. This is things that you very much saw as being a part of your world, and now your world is upside down, and now these cups are spilled, and now you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? And, in the background, you see there's a little castle right there. So she has the ability to walk away from all this, take those 2 cups, maybe drink her way, on that path, whatever you need to do, and share that other cup with someone else in this future. Okay, so this path is there, and you may be thinking about moving homes, and again, this is a new direction. So actually physically moving or going in a new direction. Okay, so again, I feel like for some of you, this is a relationship that has ended. We have the Tower. Yeah, there's a Tower moment. So basically, my friend and I were talking about this the other day, and she is a Virgo, and it was like ripping off the Band-Aid. This is ripping off the Band-Aid. This is allowing you and your partner, or whatever this Tower moment was between, doesn't have to be your twin, could be a soulmate, doesn't matter. Whoever this relationship was with, it could have been a marriage, etc. That was just not built on solid foundations, or the foundations just kept crumbling. Like you'd rebuild it and it would crumble, and you'd rebuild it and it would crumble, and something else would shake it up, and it was never built on a solid foundation to begin with. So of course it's going to crumble. It's going to come down. Okay. So the Tower is always about, it clears things from our lives that we no longer need. It is basically like our higher self that has been telling us all along what the hell to get rid of and what to move on from and what's not working. And if we ignore it long enough, the divine comes in and they wipe that shit out and they literally clean the slate for you. And they pull down whatever it is that wasn't working. And it crumbles. It catches on fire. It burns to the ground, okay? Because, again, it wasn't built on a stable foundation to begin with. So, of course, it's not going to withstand, the hardships, the trials, the issues that life brings with you. And it can if you rebuild it, but it has to be rebuilt on a solid foundation, okay? So this is that new direction. So you may have really had a Tower moment, and there's a loss going on here. For some of you, I do believe it is a relationship. Others of you, it could be a friendship. It could be a job. You may be going in a new direction with a job. I haven't seen it yet, but it could apply to anything so far. So this new direction, this person is just like, okay, all right, time to go. Okay. And there's a path here for her, or him, right there. Okay. This path leads right out this doors and right up the hill. Okay. To a new place, a new castle. Okay. A new happy ending or a new adventure. Tea leaf, mountain road. You are on the road to success. Yeah, there's a road here. There's 3 roads that I feel here. This new direction and this 5 of cups, and now we have mountain road. So maybe talking about moving to a place that has mountains, or going in a new direction towards that. So working towards that or traveling. Okay, some of you may be traveling, but it looks like this is you're on the road to success. Wherever you are going in that new direction, it is going to be successful. Okay. All right, twin flame message. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. So for some of you, you feel very badly about some of the maybe the way you treated your twin. It could be why we have this 5 of cups here. It may be sorrow over the loss of a twin relationship. You guys may have broken up for some of you. Others of you, it is one or both of you is mourning the loss in your own individual lives, okay? All right, we have discernment. That's very beautiful here. Oh, my stomach is all grumbly. Okay, so discernment, discerning things about your environment, discerning what is real, what is not, what direction to go to, maybe listening to your intuition, trying to discern what it's telling you, what Spirit's trying to tell you. So let's see what they have to say about that card. Actually, I have never pulled that card. It's a very beautiful card. I love that. Let's see what they want you to discern. The books, films, and people you choose to spend time with subtly feed your beliefs about how the world works. Choosing good food means your body can absorb all the nutrients it needs for optimal health. The same applies for the information and attitudes you surround yourself with. Be selective about the movies, books, and conversations you have. Give yourself the opportunity to absorb higher thinking, greater visions, and deeper love. Yeah, so it's kind of discerning what you put in your mind, what you put in your body, what you put in your soul, okay? So all of it is connected. So, like I know we all just watched one of the last couple episodes of Game of Thrones, and I thought I was going to die. I was like, by the end, I thought I'd been through the war myself. I was like, oh my God, am I shot? Or whatever, like I'm not shot, I guess, because there's not really guns, but am I still alive? Like I felt like PTSD from the whole show. So it was really hard to watch. And I find that sometimes I will have to turn a show off if it is psychologically too close to home or, causes me to be like, holy crap, like bringing up too many emotions inside me that, so this is about your environment. This is that same idea. It's, being selective about, not saying don't watch Game of Thrones because hello, Game of Thrones is awesome. But it's kind of discerning what you put everywhere, what you put in your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, everything around you, not just the things you're reading and taking. And like, again, it could be social media related. Like some of you may be like, I'm taking a break from social media because this is just too much. And I totally am with you there. All right. And we have open relationship. So it's very possible. This also came up in I think it's a Sagittarius reading. So Open relationship. So maybe one or both of you would like an open relationship. Maybe it's this blonde female that you want to have an open relationship with, or you want to have an open relationship. Have this could be you, and you want to have an open relationship with someone else. So maybe kind of, if you're married, dating other people, you and your spouse go out and they just date other people, and you still, you have rules and things like that in an open relationship, and they can express what that is more in depth here. I don't think I've read this before, but I'd like to read how they perceive this for y'all. So let's see what they have to say about that. Not a serious relationship, and the person in question wants to be free to date others, or you want to be free to date others. Not ready to commit, freedom of choice. You may not be serious about this person and want to be free. So that could be why this connection is maybe upside down here, or there's so much loss and regret and disappointment that maybe, on this side, Virgo, that you don't want a serious relationship and maybe your twin does, or maybe you realize that, you're married to someone and you want to be able to be free to be with other people, like that you're not, and it's also an open relationship can be, with boundaries and things within two married people, as long as both agree to the rules and, for a specific amount of period of time and people, etc. and whatnot. But it's usually not a serious relationship, and the person in question that you're asking about, if you're asking about a certain person, they may want to be free to date others, and they may not be ready to commit to you. Okay. Or you may not be ready to commit to them. Remember, it could go vice versa. We have an offer here. So this new direction, somebody's offered you a new direction possibly, or you've been offered, or you're offering someone a chance to go in a new direction, or because this goes both ways. So it really sits like this in the reading. So this new direction goes towards that offer, okay? And this relationship may be the offer that you give to your partner, or you guys discuss something like this. You maybe offer an open relationship to someone else, like, hey, here's what I can give you. It may not be serious, and we may not be, committed in the way that, I want to be, or you want to be, or just this is what I can give as far as a relationship is concerned. And so somebody may be offering you that option as well. They may be saying, hey, if you're not satisfied within your committed relationship, maybe I can offer you something outside of that. And there are many couples that do this, and it is not a judgment. It is definitely something that, if you haven't tried it, you may be, having trouble in your marriage and not know why. And it could be because, I firmly believe that, if you look at biology and you look at human behavior and human nature, that we force ourselves to be committed. When there has been so much history and so much research on love that love can become stale. Love can become too comfortable. Love can become sour, because it's with this one person forever. And, some people it fits for. Some people are made that way. Others are not made for that. And they know why, because they know that they're able to love multiple people and give love, and that it doesn't take away from the love that they have with that specific person by going in another direction or having an open relationship where they date other people. So yeah. All right. We have the Emperor reversed. Okay, so you may have pissed off an Aries. Just got to put it out there. You could be dealing with an Aries. So this Tower moment may have to do with this Aries, and you may be offering an open relationship to this Aries, but or there may have been a Tower moment and in the relationship between you and an Aries, and this Aries is now they're being manipulative. Then now they're not standing in their power in the right way. This would be the right way. Guys, my video froze. So they're not standing in their power the right way, which is what this would be upright. This is somebody being possibly trying to control you or control the relationship or control this offer that you may be offering them something, and they want to have some type of control over this open relationship possibly, or this offer. They may be like, hell no, I'm not taking this, I'm not doing this, or they're trying to emotionally manipulate you, because this is about control here. When the Emperor is reversed, the Emperor is out of control, so he could be This is, now some people think the King of Swords works like this. I feel like it's more the Emperor reversed. This is the type of guy who would beat his wife, who would, not think twice about, becoming aggressive or physical or throwing things, and maybe throwing a big tantrum is what I'm feeling. And obviously, I'm not saying every person is like this or that you're dealing with a person like this, but they have the ability to be like this. They're very rough in nature when they're like this, and they are very controlling. They're like, okay, so if you do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get you back. So this may be causing them to become very volatile, okay, very angry, and using their power not for good, not standing in their power the right way, but using their power to manipulate you or the situation. I don't like that. That's awful. Sorry, guys. We have Pig, beware of greed. Okay, so this person may be just greedy, or they may be wanting their own way because of money. It could be that, but be aware of people like that around you, and maybe they're the ones who are kind of like worried about finances, or maybe you are, or wanting to get more, have more, like materialistic things. Okay, twin flame message. My heart is telling me just do it. Yeah, so you may be being told to just do it. Go in this new direction. And it could be towards your twin. For some of you, it could be towards your twin and away from another relationship, or vice versa, okay? We have expectation. Okay, so you have some expectations about this, or you're kind of looking, I feel like a lot of you are kind of looking out, like this person is looking out here, this woman, this Native American woman, she's looking out and she's kind of looking up at the sun. She's kind of figuring out what path she wants to go towards. Maybe looking at moving to like Utah or Wyoming, or somewhere where it has Native American culture for like a past, like New Mexico or things like that. So there's definitely kind of that. I feel like that energy is behind that card here for some of you. That's just one of the messages I'm getting. But definitely looking your expectations and figuring that out. Confront your ideas about a situation, a relationship, or yourself. Poke, dare, and test your expectations. If it is real, it will remain. Be honest, reflective, and determine if an accepted truth is truly serving you and those you care about. Consenting to things turning out okay is settling for less. Expect more for yourself and your circle. Let go of what you know to make way for wisdom. Okay. So yeah, it wants you to confront your ideas about a situation, pick it apart, poke at it, figure out what works, what doesn't work. Test your expectations, and if it is real, it will remain. So be honest and reflective, and determine if an accepted truth is truly serving you, or if you're just settling. Like if you're just settling for a relationship, or you're just settling for, kind of something okay instead of something great, anything, a job, a relationship, a friendship. Okay. Expect more for yourself and your circle. So expect that, that your expectations may be higher, and that's good because, surrounding yourself, it talks about with discernment, with good people, with people who are feeding your soul, who are good for you. And you, maybe, by doing so, by kind of being that person, you draw them into your circle, which is good because you're not settling for less, and your expectations are higher, and that's good. And it says, let go of what you know to make way for wisdom. So again, it may be a comfort zone, and you may have to release some expectations about how you think something's going to go, and if this new direction is going to work out, and all those things like that, okay? And there is a young female involved possibly as well. Okay, this is 25 or under, somebody who likes fashion and possibly music. But they are attached to the situation somehow here. It may be that two women here that are in a relationship want an open relationship, okay? Or it could be that one of you is involved in a relationship with a significant other, and you want to pursue an open relationship with that marriage or that relationship so that you can date other people, which may be this young female may be involved. Okay, or it could be you as well, okay? Although I feel it as two different people. Okay, so this is a return and it's reversed. So, excuse me, this young female maybe your twin and you may be wanting them to return, but this is showing that they're possibly not returning. And it could be because of this open relationship or something had happened to prevent them from returning to you. Okay, so you may be in an open relationship and that may be why they're like not okay with that, or they're a part of that, or you're trying to make it work with your twin. But there was some type of offer here that was possibly made, but somebody, or you wanted to make, but nobody returned for that offer possibly. And you were going in a new direction. Like you were like, okay, I'm going to offer this, or want to offer this. And somebody wants you to return. Like maybe your twin wants you to also return. And they offered you this open relationship. Okay. And you may be going into a new direction, especially if you're already in a relationship. So they may be outside of you and it may be, multiple people involved. It's like two different couples that maybe want to, swing or whatever. It's not my business, just what I'm feeling here. And we have strength. So Leo energy here. I feel like this is you maybe standing in your power here and basically having this, like, getting up all your strength and your reserves to be able to deal with this emperor here, okay? And trying to go within and figure out a way to tame this beast. And it could be very much this connection with this emperor. So you may be trying to figure out a way to have the strength to either, because there's a return here, but it's reversed. So it's possible that you're looking for the strength to possibly see if you could return to this person, to this young female, if that's who you're dealing with, or someone's involved there. In that situation, that young female. So it's possible that you're just trying to figure out how you can get the strength to move forward in this situation. And you may be questioning whether you should return to your twin or your twin will return to you. And maybe it's because you're like, okay, well, this person is involved with a young female. Are they going to return? Like, my expectation is this, and I have to use all my strength to kind of hold myself back from ripping off this emperor's head because of, I feel like there's friction between the two of you and fighting and this tower moment that's really taking place. I feel like this strength card is really your energy here, Virgo. I feel like you're just trying to find the strength to deal with this situation. You're really going within. This person's kind of praying and closing her eyes, and she's just trying to figure out, like, maybe spiritual strength. She's looking for kind of a spiritual guidance here as well, to kind of figure out what direction to go into. Should she return? What does she do about this offer? This offer may really put this person that you're dealing with, this emperor may be like, oh, hell no, this is not, I'm not okay with this. Like, I'm not okay with this offer. Okay. So for some of you, you have posed something about an open relationship possibly to them, and they're like, hell no, like, that's not happening. Okay. And they've made it pretty clear on their end that they possibly are like no, like they're saying no. They keep saying no from that card. Like, no fucking way. Okay. Tea leaf. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. Yeah, exactly. Your intuition right here under the strength. That's just what I said here. So your third eye, is, you can do like a throat, I want to say throat chakra, because there's things that need to be said in communication regarding this connection, but also your third eye. So once you can clear that, or if it's already open, you can trust your intuition. You'll have the strength to go within and to figure out what you want to do and what is expected of you or expected of the situation. Okay. And this young female could also be, your child. It doesn't have to be you. This could also be your child. This could be a friend as well. So maybe you're wanting a friend to return to you, and you keep praying on it, and you keep trying to have the strength, and maybe there's just a disconnect with that friendship here. So, and there's definitely right in the middle of your reading this open relationship and this offer here. So either you're offering that to someone or somebody's offering that to you, okay? Or you're thinking about it, or this is brand new and you're like, wait, and I've just said it, and you're like, wow, that could solve a lot of things that I've got going on because, I love two different people, or I'm stuck between two people, or a relationship that just is so stagnant that we got to do something to kind of, maybe not fix it, but help it. Okay. All right, twin flame message. I don't know how I feel anymore. Yeah. I definitely get that here. I feel like there's a lot of confusion possibly in this situation, and this person is just like, I'm not even sure how I feel anymore. Like, I'm not even sure, for those of you that are this emperor that are like, your twin is possibly saying like, hey, let's have an open relationship. You're like, oh my God. For some of you are just not open to it. And that's understandable. That is your business. That is your right to have that opinion for sure. But, this is an offer. This is a new direction. And maybe the only way you feel like you can get this person to return or to address you is if you go into this open relationship with that other person. There could be two couples here very, very strongly, or a same-sex relationship between this blonde female and a young female. Okay, all right, let's get some clarifying here. I want to do some clarifying and see if we can get some more energy. Let's clarify the Five of Cups reverse, which is your mutual energy, and see what they have to say about that. All right, why is the Five of Cups reversed? Why is the Five of Cups reversed? Okay. All right. Five of Cups reversed is clarified by the Page of Cups and Judgment. Okay. So I feel like there is still love there. That this Page of Cups is like still a smaller offer of love. Could be someone younger than you that you meet. Or you feel like this is like a fresh love with this Page of Cups because it is younger energy when it's a page. So this could also be focusing on the love that you have for your children, but it is also a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So your twin may feel like that there's still love between the two of you, that it's still there. And maybe somebody's awakening to that love because we have the Judgment card here, and they're like, make a good judgment. This is an offer of love. So somebody's, again, with that open relationship, still may be an offer of love. It may be a different type of relationship and a different type of love than, you're used to or understand how to, navigate. But you're awakening to something, okay? You or your twin. Judgment is here to be like, okay, answer the call, because there is still love here. It's not as, it's not as bleak as it looks here, okay? So this could be a new offer of love with that Page of Cups, okay? But it's a small offer. It's somebody kind of saying, here's my cup, like this, my teeny cup, here's what I have to offer, and here's this, open relationship. And in order to, answer that call, it's being open to that possibility, open to these, open to basically possibly new ideas of relationships and how they should work, or how they can work, because then, like, not how they should. Like, society tells us, oh, you have to be married, or oh, you have to be. No, you don't. You don't have to be any of that, okay? You don't. None of that. There are so many different types of relationships that are out there right now that people are finally waking up to. They're waking up to these new possibilities of love. And I feel like that's what this is teaching you, that you are accepting your losses and that you're moving forward, and that there's still love there. There's still this small, Page of Cups, is here to still say, hey, here's my cup. It's still here. I'm still offering it to you. And that Judgment is there to say, okay, good. You're waking up, like you're seeing it. You're seeing the possibilities. You're seeing the love in the situation. You're seeing that there's still love to give and receive between you and your twin, possibly, because it is mutual energy. Okay, so the love is still there. Okay, the love is still there, and somebody's being called to wake up, to become woke, to eliminate the brainwashing from society, and to wake up. All right, let's see. And they're like, answer that call, wake up. It wakes the dead, okay? Just like in the Game of Thrones with the Night King, awaken the dead. All right. Why is the Tower here? Not too many. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here? All right. All right. Tower's here, clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Star, okay? So Tower moment. I feel like there's going to be healing after this Tower moment. There's healing. The Star is about healing, about faith, about hope. there's still hope in the situation. It is the Seven of Cups here. It's assessing your options. Okay, it's looking at all the options. Looking, she's pointing up to this new, like, this tree. So, like, maybe wanting to travel or wanting to go in a new direction. And this dude, which may be the Emperor here, possibly for you, is not seeing something. She's like, here, we could go here. Here's what we could do. And he's like, well, he's just looking around like, no, let's look at these options only. Okay, so wherever you do end up going, it could have mountains here, and that is a road to success. Okay, so that may be what you're trying to get this person to see, is that there's still hope, there's still faith, there's still something about the situation that that you have options. Okay, and you're considering every single option. So if this relationship has ended, you and this person may be deciding about what to do with the kids, with the house, with your possessions, with, if you're wanting to move, how to split up time with them, etc. Like, I feel like it is a family situation as well for some of you. And this could be, again, you, Virgo, that's saying, hey, let's have this open relationship. And, here's some of the options that we have after this. After we pulled the Band-Aid off and after this tower's come down and we've realized that things are not working. Okay. All right, let's get some energy. Yeah, let's see what's going on with this Emperor reversed. Why is the Emperor reversed? Justice reversed. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. Standing in their power wrong. Okay, with the Justice reversed. This is possibly somebody who is going to take you to court, who is, they may be greedy. They may be trying to get money from you possibly, or manipulate the situation in a way that they feel is fair and just. Like, they feel like this situation is not fair, it's not just. And if you've offered them an open relationship, or they've offered you that, whatever the case is, whoever's offered this, or this new type of relationship here, this not serious commitment or whatever, this person feels like whatever is happening and whatever that option, whatever you're expressing to them, they're like, no, this isn't just, this isn't fair, this isn't the way that I want this to go, and I'll take you to court. Yeah, that's what this guy's saying, because he's just not playing around. And be careful when you piss off an Aries, because I am one and I get it. Like, yikes, guys. Could be dealing with a Libra here too, or have Libra in your chart. For some of you, if that is, but this is about control. The situation may be out of control as well, and there's a lack of justice here, a lack of fairness. The truth needs to come out too. So this person is, they may not want to see the truth about themselves as well. And when the Emperor is reversed with that Justice card here, so there's definitely some truths and it may be harsh truths that this person is giving to you, because when the Emperor is reversed, they don't fuck around. Their words are cutting, they're mean, they're direct. But Aries does get to that point. We get pushed to that point, or we feel like we have to fight back. A lot of us say that Aries are assholes. No, we're just pushed to that point. I listened to a reader yesterday, and she was spot on, and I love her to death. She's the Queen Tarot Bee, and I've listened to her ever since I started watching YouTube, and she said exactly what I feel with Aries, is that we're about to bust, okay? That we feel like there's just definitely something that's out of balance or unfair in our lives that is pushing us into a very nasty spot for some of us, like boundaries and such, possibly, or they feel, or this Aries in particular is trying to control the situation so much that they are now standing in their power so wrong, and it's not healthy. And I got to call you out, Aries, because this is not healthy. This is not good. This is not going to help your partner feel loved or cherished, when all you want to do is control what they're doing and their behaviors, and you're playing the victim with, like, the Justice card here, like, oh, this isn't fair. Well, life is fucking not fair. Like, it really isn't. So just so you know, I'm not judging. I'm just saying it could be that this behavior is very toxic to your energy. So trying to come out of that, trying to see things in a new perspective, trying to get some of this strength and this spiritual clarity, like I believe Virgo is doing. So it's almost like, okay, well, let's look at other options. Let's do some spiritual work. Let's kind of look at this from another perspective, okay, and see where we can adjust, okay? All right, why is strength here? Why is strength here? strength here. Oh, yeah, Emperor almost popped out, but he was upright. Yeah, exactly. This Emperor needs to go within, okay? Or you do if it's your energy as the Emperor, Virgo. Yeah, Hierophant almost fell out too, reversed. Yeah, spiritual. I'm telling you, it's spiritual. Okay, I gotta stop looking at the cards. Okay, strength. Why is strength here? What needs strength? I'm getting Leo and energy here. Strength. Why is strength here? There we go. Two of Swords reversed. Okay. So this is the strength to make a decision here. This is sitting on the fence. This is not feeling like you can make the correct choice. Okay, this is two swords, normally upright, and when it's upright, it's like, okay, trying to figure out what to do. And this is almost like, I feel like even though it's reversed and it may be different in the traditional tarot, I feel like they're telling me that you're trying to have the strength to make the right choice, to choose the right direction. You have two choices here, and you may be feeling like either way you go that you're stuck, that you're like, I can't make. I think this was in one of the other readings, just like the same two cards, I believe. I can't remember who it was for, but yeah, it was probably a couple months ago, but it wasn't recent. But yeah, it's that ability to figure out what direction you want to go to. Do you want to return to this person? Do you want to return to your twin? Do you want to return to someone else? Do you want to take this offer? What kind of relationship are you guys going to have? Like, what direction to go to, where to move, this is a lot of back and forth. It's like, okay, should I go here or should I go here? Okay, or could I go here? Like we could add as many swords in here, but it's like being stuck in that feeling of that catch-22 of your decisions, of not knowing which decision is the right decision to make, okay? And I don't know how I feel anymore. Yeah, with this Two of Swords and the Strength card, like you may not know how you feel about the situation anymore, but they want you to trust your intuition and your psychic ability. Maybe clearing out your third eye to see clearer will give you the ability to make a better choice. And to stick with it. But right now it's almost like going within and seeking out your internal guidance, okay, and doing the work on yourselves is what I'm feeling like. You may be really working on that, or that's what Spirit wants you to do. Whew, wow, okay. Let's see what we have here for your fortune, guys. Oh, see, this is beautiful. This has come up in a couple of the readings. I'm in love with this. Love, obviously, so I'm in love with love. Okay, so love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. So I feel like what Spirit's telling me, and one of my subscribers, she got a personal reading from me, and she said to me, one of the most wonderful things I could possibly hear, and it made me feel like, oh, thank you for saying that, because I need to be in that energy too. She was saying, I no longer come from a place of resentment and fear and anger and all the things that hold me back in ego. She goes, I had a death of my ego, and then what I do now is, if it doesn't come from a loving place and I'm not coming from a loving place, then I don't use that. I don't move forward with that. Like, I come from a place of love. And I was like, wow, you know what? You were so right. If it doesn't, she said, I don't come from that place anymore. I try to come from a place of love. With boundaries, of course, I'm sure, we all need to kind of have our own, set ways of making sure that we don't get trampled on, of course, when we give, but coming from a place of love. If that decision is not made with love, then it's not the right decision, possibly for some of you, if you're asking what Spirit is saying, or what I feel like I'm being guided to tell you, is that make that decision with love. Okay. So come from a place of love, and then hopefully you can't go wrong. Although in my life, you never know. And maybe y'all, so. All right, Virgo. Well, I love you guys so much, and I'm so happy to do your reading today. I'm sorry it was a little bit heavy. For some of you, I know that you're going through a sorrow over a loss, and my heart is with you, and I'm so sorry. And you know, I will send you love and light, and hope that this changes, and that, you know, your fortune is that, so sorry. Oh gosh, your fortune is that you have love around you. So love does surround you. So try and move forward with love, move forward positively, um, within your path, okay? And I know you're doing some hard work here and on yourself, and you're being guided into this new direction for a lot of you, okay? So yeah, absolutely, okay. And you may be wanting somebody to offer you something and to return to you, but they have not. This could be your twin, and this could be why you're feeling this sadness, okay? And yeah, it could be that they're involved with somebody else, and maybe you're like, hey, you want an open relationship? Or they're like, hey, do you want an open relationship? Or maybe this is something that you've now decided, like, you've done research and be like, well, how about we do this? Like, how about we have this kind of relationship? It may not be serious. It may just be casual, and we may just see where things go. So very interesting. All right, guys. Well, take care. I love you, and I will see you for your June videos.